Ladies and gents, it's time to get extreme. Yeah. Welcome back to Whiteboard Wednesday, boys and girls. That significantly hurt my hamstring. The extreme program is out and about, or oot and a boot if you're Canadian. So today we're going to talk about the extreme program moments. Which ones are easy, which ones are not so easy, which ones are downright a disaster. A lot of you folks might have already completed the extreme program, or at least parts of it. Some of you guys are struggling, some of you have not tried it yet. That's okay, I'm here to help every single person in the MLB community, just by giving some advice on where to start if you were to do the moments and you haven't tried them yet. We're going to go from the easiest to the hardest, give a little commentary on each one, maybe some tips on how you can do it, and hopefully make you guys better. Whiteboard Wednesday is, of course, the MLB The Show series that features zero gameplay. It's just me and my whiteboard right here. I got it at Staples. Shout out to Staples. Every week on Wednesday, we talk about the game and its quirks. And I don't mean the quirks on the hitter cards. I mean the quirks that SDS doesn't know how to fix in their buggy game. Without further ado, let's get extreme. Yeah. 2 kicks. Without question, in my opinion, the easiest moment is this one. Come back from down 6-1 in the 6th inning and win the game. The difficulty is simply all-star. It should be the pitch speed that most of us are comfortable with at this point. And my advice, honestly, is just hit the ball. Score all your runs in the 6th and 7th inning and then just pitch and shut it down. I promise you this is not a difficult moment. You can do it. Be selective at the plate. Use your God Squad. Have a good time. In the past, by the way, just for the uninitiated, there were similar moments in really hard extreme, when extreme was actually extreme, and you had to come back down from like this amount in 1 inning on Hall of Fame or legend against like Mo or Kenley Jansen or something. That was hell. This, not even close. In my humble opinion, the second easiest moment was the Billy Wagner moment, where you have to pitch 7 consecutive scoreless innings on Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame truly doesn't impact the difficulty of a pitching moment. You could argue that the opposing hitting AI is a little stronger. I really don't think ultimately that it makes a large difference. I easily completed this on the first try. My advice, fastballs up, sliders down. That's it. You'll have opponent hitters looking like fools just with that combo alone. You occasionally want to mix in a changeup to a righty, that's fine too, but if you stick to fastball slider combos, you'll get it done super quick. As an aside, don't use Billy Wagner on Hall of Fame in any sort of ranked gameplay, because I actually don't think the card is that good. Mike Piazza's moment is number 3 on the scale of easy moments. The only reason it's not number 1 is because his swing is absolutely dog water. But Mike Piazza's just on All-Star. All you gotta do is hit 2 extra base hits and one of them's gotta be a homer. It's really not that bad. It should take you no more than 5 tries. Some of you are going to hate me for putting this one number 4. Honestly, I thought about putting it the easiest one, because for me, it was really up there. But Ken Griffey Jr. hitting 1 home run on Legend should not take you too long. I completely understand that Legend is not everybody's cup of tea. Trust me, I get it. But I'm not asking you to play a game. I'm not asking you to win a game. I'm not asking you to do anything more than close your eyes for 1 good swing and put it over the fence. Plus, you're at Fenway. There's a lot of fluky home runs to left field and right field. This should not be that hard. My best advice to you is put your PCI in 1 spot. Don't move it from that 1 spot. And when a pitch enters that 1 spot, hit the ball with your 1 swing and put it over the fence. Ken Griffey Jr. also gets insane exit velocities and automatically generates lift with the way his swing operates. This should not be that bad. I'm using a new marker for number 5. Number 5 is Matt Cain's perfect game. It's only on veteran. The only reason it is not higher up the list in terms of ease is because you have to throw a perfect game. There's a lot of fluke that happens. And Matt Cain is not exactly overpowering. So my advice is to keep pitches low and away. Sliders away to righties, changeups, sinkers away to lefties. You're going to get a lot of weak contact. You might get some fluky base hits allowed here and there, but this isn't bad. It took me, I think, on the 4th try, and it was a little frustrating, yes, but that's just because of the length of the mission. And if you get super invested deep into a game and allow a hit, it's going to make you mad. But really, this isn't that hard. Just make sure you have a plan and be smart with your pitches. Now we enter a part of this list that's kind of like a muddled middle. You can kind of move things around here and there, and I wouldn't necessarily argue with you. But in my opinion, the 6th easiest one, or the 7th hardest one, trying to do math going opposite directions here, is Adley Rush Daddy getting 25 total bases in 4 games on All-Star. This one is a little frustrating, and it might take you a few tries, because sometimes your swing does not exactly equal the result you think it should. And the computer defense is going to make crazy plays to rob you of hits. But if you hunt fastballs and actually make sure you live just a tick under the ball, you're going to hit a lot of home runs and a lot of doubles. It will happen easy for you. Easier maybe than you think it will. It's daunting to look at. I get it. 25 total bases in 4 games is a lot, but it's really, really, really not as hard as people think it is. The reason I said the middle of this was kind of muddled up is because I think Christopher Morel's moment is pretty much the same as Adley Rutschman's. Just instead of total bases, you're trying to hit 9 homers in 12 games. It's all-star, and still, you're hunting fastballs. You're trying to elevate. You're getting pitches that are straight, knowing that you don't have to move your PCI a ton to follow breaks and things like that. The goal here is to hit perfect, launch angle nukes that you're not leaving doubt. The CPU can't rob it. It's gone. Hunt your fastballs, hit these home runs, move on to the next one. Ketel Marte needs to hit 2 homers in 1 game on Hall of Fame. It's not simple. In my opinion, Ketel Marte hits low pitches significantly better than high pitches. Maybe that's just the way I tend to swing the stick. Maybe that's Ketel Marte's swing in the game. Maybe it's timing. Who knows? But in my opinion, what works for people is just murdering low pitches. Sit on them. You're going to get them. I promise. Ketel Marte 2 homers in a game. I also recommend, if your first at-bat is not a homer, just restart, do it again. Don't waste time going deep into a game, hoping you can get it in the 7th and 9th innings, when in all reality, you probably missed your chance. Just get at least 1 out of the way early. You'll thank me later. You're going to need a fair bit of luck to complete Adolis Garcia's moment. It's only on All-Star, so timing the pitches up should not be a problem, but it is difficult to get 4 extra base hits in 1 game when you combine random RNG, the CPU diving all over the place, perfect lineouts, robbed homers. I mean, you can keep going here. The amount of factors you have to deal with here to get 4 extra base hits in a game, not good. My suggestion, just hit 4 homers. I know you can't do that necessarily. It's very, very tough, but putting the ball over the fence eliminates so many of these factors coming into play. You need a little luck. I suggest trying to pull the ball or go opposite field. If you go to center field, Texas is just a crater. It's very difficult to hit the ball over the fence in center field. Try to keep it down the lines, maybe in the gaps. Give yourself a better chance. You have to get on base 4 times on Legend in 1 game with Juan Soto. Even though it's on Legend, you're facing some like bronze starter. You're not going to be overpowered, but your PCI is still going to be tiny. It is on Legend. Because you're facing a low-rated pitcher, in my opinion, the best strategy here is to just put the controller down until there are 2 strikes. You will work walks that you have no business working if you're out holding that controller swinging at borderline pitches. You're not going to get blown away by a 91-mile-an-hour fastball on Legend. You can fight it off with 2 strikes, maybe even get a squibby. But wait until there are 2 strikes. You will be able to get on base at least 1 or 2 times per game just by doing that. And then from there, just got to get lucky a few times. And now we approach the last 2 moments. Moments that the spawn of Satan himself created. Why? Because you have to get triples. Not doubles, not extra base hits, not homers. You have to get a triple. So for Shohei Ohtani, it's on All-Star. You're going to piece up the ball plenty. You might even struggle because you're hitting too many homers. Don't do that. Stop doing that. To get your triple, you're playing in Baltimore. Try to push it to that left center field gap and hit it into that stupid triangle area. Gives you a little extra time to sprint around the bases. My other suggestion is if your first or second hit looks like it's going to be a double, just try stretching it to 3. You never know what nonsense might happen with CPU fielders. You might get lucky, get your triple out of the way early. And then from there, you just got to clutch up. You just got to do you. Put the ball over the fence. I have absolutely 0 advice for you on this Elly De La Cruz moment. Truly, none. It is borderline impossible to hit a triple at Citizens Bank Park. The field is just too damn tiny. It's like a Little League field. As fast as Elly De La Cruz is, he also hits the ball exceptionally hard. Those 2 things don't pair well together for triples. My best advice to you, it's not even advice. Just get lucky. Hit a low sinking liner that the outfielder dives for, misses, and it goes behind him. That's it. It's the only way you're getting a triple. It's the only way you're hitting for a cycle with Elly De La Cruz. This moment, even though it's on All-Star, is one of the hardest moments SDS has ever put together. And definitely the most frustrating. I'm sure an incalculable number of controllers were spiked in the production, or at least the execution of this moment. I hope yours was not one of them. Ladies and gents, the beauty about this extreme program is that you don't even have to do all the moments. I didn't do all the moments. I tried all of them for the production of this video, but I did not actually do or complete all of them to fulfill the program requirements. There are a lot of options here, offline, online, in between. It's up to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for making it to the end. Let me know your thoughts on my ranking. Where do you disagree? Did I get it spot on? I bet you I did. I love you all. See you guys next week. Thank you again. Goodbye.